TitleMatchNetwork.com.
What I guess the demise of Crockett, I guess when Jim Herd came in, and when did you know it was over? That part of your career, your part of your career. Did you hope?
I left.
Did you retire at that time?
No, I
No.
never retired.
No.
I haven't retired yet.
Jim Herd was a frozen pizza salesman.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's common knowledge. Is that correct?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
did you
knew
know
he had
that?
something to do.
He had a friend that put him in that spot, and I don't think he knew what he was doing.
Who was the guy that ran the Omni? Was that Kip Fry then?
Kip Fry didn't.
I'm getting them all confused. Yeah.
No, but I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, me too. But yeah, Kip Fry was around at that time, but Jim Herd didn't. He didn't have a grasp on wrestling, at all.
Right.
And so he got a lot of heat.
Mm-hmm.
He got a lot of heat with the guys.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, the secret is, wrestling is a business, but it can't be run like a business.
no,
It's a different kind of business.
Right.
When we sold our territory, we kept the Continental and the Southeastern for 10 years and made nothing but money. And we sold it to a guy who owned a TV station.
Charlie Platt was
No.
that? No.
No, Charlie Platt was our announcer, but we sold it to a guy named Woods who had.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, David
He
Woods.
owned a TV station, could plug it all he wanted to for free.
That was like 1988 when it was on Philly. It was in Philly on FNN Score for a couple months.
Well,
and that's when
how long
Eddie
did
Gilbert
you
and
last?
Paulie came in as bookers.
How long did you last?
A month or two.
And he still owes me $600. He
So,
called me,
by the way, David,
sold him the territory, but he apologized to me, and I hold no grudge because he thought he knew the wrestling to run it like a business. It's a business that you can't run like a business.
Mm-hmm.
It's a contradiction within itself.
It needs current and former wrestlers' input. I mean, it definitely needs the business aspect, businessmen in that aspect. But it needs, in my opinion, humble opinion, it needs old-time wrestlers, current wrestlers' input as well. And I think they need to use, I think they need to use.
Well, you
it
have to
all.
put everybody where they belong, where they're
Right.
best.
I mean,
You put
they
the
have.
publicity man there where he's the best at. You put the booker where he can handle the guy. You put the top guy. Everybody's got a place. It's just finding the right guy for that place. And when you get that right, you're going to have success every time. Never fails. Finding the right guy for the right job.
Who would you say was maybe, if you could have on the right side, good guy promoters, and on the left, maybe the shady guys maybe you wouldn't want to work with? Like, who were the best territory promoters at that time? And who were maybe some that maybe you wouldn't want to work for?
Jim Barnett was a great promoter. He came into Atlanta, and I had been there for years. Like I said, I spent my first year before everyone had to go out of state. And when he came, my first paycheck jumped over $300. I didn't know the guy. He's from Australia. He made a fortune in Australia. Came and bought out Atlanta.
Right.
But I liked him right away. I liked him right away. He was one of the better people. Paul Bosch from Texas was noted as a very good payoff man.
Mm-hmm.
And those two are probably two of the best
Right.
I can think of.
Would, any thoughts of working for Vince Sr. at that time, or no?
I talked to Vince Sr. many times. I had nothing but respect for him. Anytime I'd ask for Andre the Giant when I was booking, he'd say, Bob, when you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Andre insisted on riding with me.
Right.
Because he liked me. Thank God he liked me.
Right.
Andre was a funny guy. If he didn't like it, don't mess with him.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he'd always ride with me. And the funniest thing I ever saw was coming from Augusta. And he'd already had a case of beer, and we were only 100 miles out. And the beer looked this big in his hand. And some of the wrestlers rode by, and they stuck their big ass out the window and mooned us, and he said, "Oh, Bob, you'll catch up." I said, "What are you going to do, Andre?" "Oh, you're what?" He pulled his big britches down and opened the door of my Cadillac, and his ass was this far from the pavement. I said, "You gonna burn your head?" "No, it's okay." Those guys in that car, they were cracking, and it was a giant moon. It was a full moon.
Right.
And he never forgot that. I love that guy. I really miss him.
Now, you've done a lot of, obviously, behind-the-scenes office work. When did you first start learning and looking towards the business, not as a wrestler, but almost as a booker, or, as a promoter? Like, was that early on in your career?
Well, I guess I was lucky. I bought 10% of the Gulf Coast region. I bought 10%, and they offered me a deal if I'd come book it and work there for them. And
What year was this?
this was in like 1978, 78. And so I bought it and never knew I paid it back. They just took it out of my pay. And of course, everybody said you're buying a losing proposition.
Who was the owner then? Was it the
It was
Fullers?
the Fields brothers.
Oh, the Fields brothers.
Fuller
Was that Ricky
Fullers.
Fields?
Ricky Fields,
Mhm.
his father, they all owned it, but they had, they'd been there a while and they were getting burned out. And so we bought it, and I bought 10% of it. But they told me, everybody said, you're buying a loser, but after the first month, I brought Brad and all the boys down there. We went to the malls and bought everything we wanted. I think people like seeing the new talent. And whoa, there's something new guy. The new guy on TV, who is that guy? Who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Within a year, we paid for it.
So did you enjoy originally the whole booking aspect?
No, never did.
No?
But it was my job and I did it. I hated it. It's too much responsibility. It's too much babysitting, too much dealing with egos. I was lucky I had a few people skills, and I tried not to make any enemies. I tried to make everybody happy, which you cannot do that. But I don't know of any enemies I've got in this business right now. I respected everybody, but I really didn't enjoy it because I never had any fun because I was the booker.
Where was some other spots during the 70s or even early 80s that you enjoyed going to? Did you, for instance, you worked Japan?
Yes, I worked in Japan. I worked in Nuki's first tour, and after that, Brad got to go over there quite a bit. Nobody would go because there was only one booking, and that was Giant Baba. And
Right.
everybody was afraid to go because they will kill you in Japan, and it's run by the mob, and still is. And we took a friend of mine, Daryl Cochran, and a couple more guys, and we got a couple of Mexican boys that went that didn't know the history of it. And we had security around us to every match, ton of security. Stayed there 6 weeks, only wrestled about 12 times, but he got Inuki's foot in the door, and he became just as big as Baba.
Mm-hmm.
And Brad went there several times because of that.
Title Match Network, your source for everything pro wrestling, with exclusive live pay-per-views featuring top talent from around the world.
Oh, I like that one.
Details direct from the source with deep diving shoot interviews and podcasts.
I love it. I love being a part of Title Match Network.
Get extreme with exclusive death matches. I threw the door! And of course, the best selection in women's wrestling available.
Oh!
What's gonna happen?
With thousands of clips featured on Title Match Network's YouTube channel with over 2.3 million subscribers.
Oh!
All at the tips of your fingers. Every style available 24/7 on demand. Visit TitleMatchNetwork.com to sign up today and start watching instantly.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.